Our next speaker is Mr. Laris Gaiser, the president of the Slovenian movement. You are very welcome.
Thank you very much.
The microphone is yours.
Mr. President, see you, Your Imperial Highness. Dear Paneuropean friends, Excellencies, thank you very much for coming from abroad and also from Budapest, Szentendre, all around, for being here with us. It's really a pleasure to organize with our Hungarian friends this conference. That is the conference inside the Joint Citizen Forces Common European Future that is founded by the Europe for Citizens program of the European Union. This is for us already the third conference. The first was in Ljubljana. We know each other, some of us, and it's a pleasure to be here because especially I'm coming completely drunk of Euro positivism from Kiev, and I really would like to experiment how is now to sit with you today and tomorrow and discussing the Euroscepticism. Why? Well, I was in Kiev, and I have to say I experienced for the first time in my life a strange sensation, a strange feeling. The feeling was positivism toward Europe. They're fighting for the European future. They're fighting for the European values. They're fighting to be part of Europe. Well, taking the floor in Kiev, I have to say I was quite shaken, and I told them that I don't want to be hypocrite because there's no reason to tell them what Europe is, because they have to tell me what they're fighting for. Because I really never in my life fought for European values or for Europe. Strictly sensu, I mean, I never risked my life for that. And very likely, if somebody is going to ask me if I'm ready to risk my life for Europe, well, I would be in a quite strange position, even being a president of Pan-European movement, believing in Europe, and fighting intellectually for the European Union and the European future. And now I'm asking myself if sometimes, and of course, let's put aside the fact that we all knew that the European Union is not working as we would like to have an European Union. As, of course, Karl von Habsburg and Georg von Habsburg remind us many times, we have a lack of subsidiarity. Well, let's say the subsidiarity is not existing at all. We have a bunch of bureaucracy that is oppressing us. Yes, of course, all things that are not working. But many times, however, I'm asking myself another question. Is maybe also that our states are guilty for that? Is my country, I have two countries, are my two countries guilty for my Euroscepticism? I will tell you why. For example, sorry for telling you now this, maybe I'm going to offend you, but this is the reality on the other side of the border. I'm coming from Slovenia now. The Slovenian newspaper last week published an article how Slovenia is an island of democracy, of liberal democracy, surrounded by fascist governments. It means Austria, and I know that Klocek is, of course, saying yes, then Italy, Hungary, and Croatia. Well, that's the perception of Slovenia of itself. But as the president told us, the two presidents together, people are right and people has the right to choose. And my country fellows, well, they don't go to vote. 51% of my country fellows remaining at home during the elections. It means we have a problem in our state. My Euroscepticism is coming from, because I'm seeing in the mirror of Slovenia. I am interpreting Europe through the mirror of Slovenian images and reports. And of course I do not believe and do not support the politics that are coming up in that case. I'm Eurosceptic because until yesterday, but literally until yesterday, we didn't have a train connection between Ljubljana and Trieste. Come on, in 2018, we didn't have for more than 10 years a train going from Ljubljana to Trieste, 80 kilometers. In Austro-Hungarian times, there was a normal connection between Vienna and Trieste passing through Ljubljana every day, I think much more than once per day. It's my state, it's my country. They didn't want to have the connection. They prefer to have a connection, because I check it, Ljubljana, Klagenfurt, Klagenfurt, Trieste. So I have to move from Ljubljana to Trieste, that is only a few kilometers from my house, going via Klagenfurt, or taking an autobus, a bus, going to Udine and then down to Trieste. Crazy. And this is the 218 European Union. So a lot of things are not working on the local level. So what I would like to put on the table for this 2 days discussion, today and tomorrow, is let's see also inside what we can do. Let's see if not only Europe is guilty for everything, but we are also guilty for what we are doing to Europe. And that would be my heritage for the further discussion. I thank you very much, everybody, for coming. I hope that during the day we will increase a little bit in the number. I thank you very much, the Hungarian Pan-Europa, for organizing this event in such a cozy environment where everybody can be, I think, feel free to discuss openly without any refrain our topics. Once again, thank you very much, Mr. President. Thank you very much to all the Hungarian Pan-European friends. Thank you very much to Dejan for supporting them. Thank you very much for all those that are coming from abroad. And see you at the end of these discussions tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your very, very clear speech.